Hey guys, what's up? It's Noah here. Welcome back to another Pokemon video. Today we are using the exact same Regice weakness policy team that we used in yesterday's video. If you guys enjoy, leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content similar to this one. Yeah, I guess my question for today is, what is your favorite Pokemon gym? Like from all of the different regions, which one's your favorite? I'm not sure which one mine would be actually. I think Crasher Wakes is up there from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl because that was my first game and that gym was crazy fun with all the switches and the different water levels and stuff. Rourke's gym is up there. Not Rourke's gym, sorry. Wake's gym is up there. I'm trying to think of another one that I really liked. I played Pokemon Red recently and I really liked Surge's gym as well, even just the random chance element with it. But here we have our first game of the day. We have a Clefable, Gastrodon, Rotom Heat, Rillaboom, Zapdos, and Grimmsnarl. So Tapu Fini looks really good out the gates here with Moltres, actually. That's what I'm looking at leading first. Yeah, because Rotom Heat's a problem, but it's not that bad. I definitely need to bring Rillaboom to beat this Gastrodon. And I don't think I can bring Regice here because of the Rotom Heat. And the Gastrodon. It just doesn't match up really well in either of those two Pokemon particularly well. I could bring it in the back and just try to KO the Rotom Heat early, but I think I want to Dynamax Moltres this game early, so I think I'm going to lead these two up front. And bring Rillaboom plus... Is Rotom a good bring here? Or do I want to bring Dusclops? I think Dusclops by itself isn't bad here. To break screens and such and to pivot in and out. And like realistically, what am I doing with Rotom here? I'm beating Rillaboom, right? That could be worth it. Oh no, Moltres should do okay against Rillaboom. I just need to keep Moltres alive. I think I'm going to bring Dusclops here. I don't really need Rotom Heat here. Although it does really well into Zapdos too. I think I'm going to bring Dusclops for the speed control and the Trick Room option. Just bringing Dusclops I think is a pretty solid bring here. Especially, I changed the item on the Tapu Fini, so it's actually not identical. I changed the item on the Tapu Fini from Wiki Berry to Choice Specs. So I'm running Specs with Double Water, Double Fairy. Scald, Moonblast. Got it. Dazzling Gleam and Muddy Water. So Rotom and Clefable is the lead for my opponent here, which is probably, I'm not going to lie, it's probably worst case scenario. But the question for my opponent is, what do you want to, what do you want to, like, hit with this? I really want to protect in Muddy Water. I think that's a really good move here. Because my guess, they might Dynamax Rotom here. I alternatively could switch into Rillaboom here. I don't think that's a bad play at all, because I don't think a fire move's coming out from Rotom here. I think I want to switch into Rillaboom and Muddy Water. Let's see if this Rotom is fast or not. My Fini is like middling speed. It's got like 120 speed total, so I've got some speed investment. Let's see what this Rotom set is. I'm intrigued. Overwrite the Fairy Terrain. I'm not too worried about that. This Rotom probably isn't going for Will-O-Wisp or anything like that. And I can fake out the Clefable next turn. They do go for Follow Me, so I correctly went for Muddy Water here instead of Scald. Let's see how much this does. They Nasty Plot. Okay, so I'm in a really good shape here because now I can fake out Muddy Water again. Although they are faster, which is a little concerning, but I'm not too worried. Especially if Muddy Water picks up some big damage here. This Rotom isn't maxing. Or I can just one-shot it. That works too. Big damage from Tapu Fini there, and we get a really, really strong turn one because now this Clefable, like I said, it can't really do much next turn outside of Helping Hand, and the Rotom's gone, so my Rillaboom does really, really well into my opponent's team now, if I remember correctly. I don't think it really has anything for a Rillaboom to just hit stuff with Grassy Glide. They bring Gastrodon in, this thing's 100% protecting, and if it doesn't, I will be shocked. It also Storm Drains away my Muddy Water, so I'm going to go back into Clops here. Let's actually look, what does my opponent have for Moltres in the back here? I mean, Clefable, they don't really have a lot, honestly. So I think I'm actually sitting really pretty right now. I'm going to go into Dusclops, though, just to be safe, and U-turn. Maybe get Tapu Fini in on the U-turn, maybe get Moltres in on the U-turn. Oh, and they just forfeit turn one. Okay, I think my opponent realized that they didn't really have much for Moltres outside of Rotom there. Yeah, and Moltres Dynamaxing the back was just a really strong option there, which is why I switched into Rillaboom turn one. I think my opponent probably had to go for Thunderbolt into Feeny there. But if they did, then... yeah, I'm just doing a ton of damage. And Feeny can always protect, right? So, yeah. We'll look at their team. I'm interested. So, Citrus Berry, Clefable. A bunch of these are running around. And they're a little annoying. This thing didn't even have Moonblast, so it wasn't doing very much damage into my Moltres anyway. It's max HP with some defense. Some special defense. Mostly defensive, though. Earth Power, Scald, Ice Beam, Protect. Interesting. Is it Rindo? That's Expert Belt. Interesting. Plot, Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, Overheat. That's the same set as mine. But it was fast, right? It was max speed with some HP and some special attack. Interesting. I guess, yeah. I guess you don't necessarily need to run max special attack if you're running Nasty Plot. That makes some sense. They were also AV Rillaboom. That is an interesting Rillaboom set. I'll give them that. It's adamant. With no speed, a ton of defense and special defense and HP. Interesting. That's all I have to say about that. I like it, though. It's a good set. It makes it very bulky, I'm sure. I actually kind of like that. And this is Life Orb. Yeah, I figured this Zapdos was Life Orb. And this is what I was actually most scared of, which is why I led Tapu Fini. Because I was just going to max Moltres and Airstream into whatever it was turn 1 and Dazzling Gleam to hit the Zapdos. Because I was very, very nervous about this thing getting attacks off into my team. Close Combat Drill Peck. Detect and Taunt is actually pretty interesting. I didn't really think it would run Taunt. Thunderwave is really annoying. Was it Light Clay? It was Wide Lens. Interesting. I guess it didn't want to miss... yeah, I guess they were really just nervous about missing Thunderwaves, apparently. But yeah, we'll continue battling. Yeah, leave a like for the turn 1 win. And we were in Master Ball tier, which is pretty cool. For the first time this season, which is pretty nice. Yeah, let's keep racking up wins. I really like this team so far. Like I said, I think this is the team that I should have brought to Players Cup 3. Okay. I see Landorus and Registeel, which makes me... I see Registeel, which makes me want to bring Regice, right? Because Regice Dusclops should beat Registeel. And Landorus, honestly. But the Rotom Heat, again, is scaring me. Like, a lot. My own Rotom Heat looks pretty good here, actually. It beats Tapu Fini, it beats their Rillaboom, it beats their Registeel. And it burns their Landorus, honestly. I think Rotom Heat and Moltres is a good lead here. Do I need my Rillaboom here? Beats Fini. My Rotom can outspeed their Fini. I'd probably need my Fini, right, to beat their Landorus. Is Moltres good here? I actually don't know if it is. I kind of want to bring my whole Firewater Grass Core with Dusclops, but I just don't know what I would max in that situation. I like leading Rillaboom Rotom and fake outing and maxing. I don't think that's a bad play, is it? I mean, Landorus could go for Rockfall. I don't think this is bad. I'm actually not going to bring Fini here. I'm going to bring Regice instead. I can always max Regice in the back, and I think Fini really only beats the Landorus here. Am I too weak to the... yeah, I'm definitely too weak to their Rotom Heat now, aren't I? Yeah. I've been considering switching my Regice's Zap Cannon or Thunderbolt slot for Ancient Power to get Rock-type moves to hit the Rotom, but this is not a bad play at all. I'll take this trade. I'm just going to T-Bolt and Fake Out here into Grimmsnarl. I don't see any reason not to. And I get my Grassy Terrain up, which is actually really nice, because that means I can Grassy Glide in the next turn. I also could just hard switch Rotom out. But I feel like Tapu Fini might go for Calm Mind, because I know I can't Grassy Glide, which is why I want to go for Thunderbolt here. I could also Nasty Plot, but if they're Specs, I could be in trouble. They're also fast because they're faster than my Rillaboom. Fast probably implies Specs, right? Do I go into Dusclops here? I don't think that's a bad play at all, because I get my Brick Breaks up. I'm just afraid of them going for Calm Mind. I'm going to go to Dusclops. Worst case scenario, they Calm Mind, and I just Grassy Glide the next turn, so. This is a fine turn for me, I think. I'm more concerned about the Specs Muddy Water coming out here of Specs Scald into Rotom. So let's see. It's Light Clay, and it's Wiki Berry. Okay, they might Calm Mind here, but that's not too big of a deal for me. No screens for you, sir. Scald comes out into Dusclops. Nice. Okay, cool. So Dusclops eats that very nicely. Don't burn, please. Thank you. And I get some Grassy Terrain recovery, but more importantly, I can Grassy Glide this turn. And I can Trick Room, actually, and that's not a bad play at all. I'm in a very good spot here. I have no reason not to go for this play. Because Rillaboom's still going to be moving first with Grassy Glide. Because of priority. I feel like they have to swap Tapu Fini out here. Yeah, maybe I should have gone for U-turn there. They go into Registeel, that makes sense. U-turn would have been really, really strong there, actually. That does some decent damage, but it's not enough. Reflect comes up. Okay, that's not terrible. I have Brick Break. I'm definitely U-turning here and Brick Breaking into Registeel. Do I want to activate this thing's policy? Probably not, right? Like, it might have a weakness policy, and I don't want to activate that. So I'm going to double into Grimmsnarl here, actually, because I doubt this thing has Protect. Because I probably would have gone for it turn 1 if it had it. It's leftovers as well. Okay, so this thing's not weakness policy, so I could get some chip into this thing. I'm going to U-turn Grimmsnarl and Brick Break, not Pain Split, Brick Break into Registeel. The leftovers is a little annoying, but they withdraw Grimmsnarl, which is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, they go into Fini, which is fine. Again, like I'm pivoting out here with Rillaboom to get my Grassy Terrain back up for later, and to bring Regice in at the same time. So get my Brick Break, get the Reflect gone, which is very nice. Get some big damage. They go for Iron Defense. That makes sense. I'm not too worried about that though, because Rillaboom is my only attacker here. I kind of want to go into Rotom here, because Rotom threatens both Pokemon with knockouts. Yeah, I actually kind of like Rotom here in this situation, because Rotom threatens Tapu Fini with a KO with Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt plus Nightshade should KO Fini. It also KOs Registeel with Overheat, I believe, because they run some special defense, but with Iron Defense I should be okay. I could also Nasty Plot, but I feel like I don't want to risk taking damage from Fini here, and I also feel like the Fini might switch out. I feel like the Registeel protects and the Fini switches back out, because they can't let Rillaboom come back in here, right? I think I want to go for this move. Do I want to plot here and be greedy? I feel like if my Rotom gets Nasty Plot up, I just win the game, so... And I have ways to deal with Tapu Fini anyway. I'm going to make this play. And if they Iron Defense again, I get some good chip into Registeel. They do protect Registeel, but they don't switch Fini out, which is a little worrying. I could have just gone for T-Bolt and Nightshade into that slot. They Scald Rotom. It's Wiki Berry. Rotom tanks it, which is good. I get my berry. Wait, hold on. Are we speed tying? Or is Rotom just faster than... Hold on a second. My Rotom is not fast. What's Rotom's speed tier? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Are we speed tying here? I think we are, aren't we? Let me see. No. Okay. Let me look here. So a Rotom with no speed. That's at level 100. That's not what I want. Okay. A Rotom with no speed is 106. I think we might be speed tying. I almost want to max Rotom here. Like, max Rotom looks so strong here. I gotta KO this Fini this turn, though. I'm gonna go for Nightshade into the Registeel. I'm just maxing Rotom because I think Max Rotom just kind of rolls through his team here. Except for their Rotom, presumably, if they have it in the back. My Rotom with Dynamax should KO their Fini, even if they get a Scald off. Rotom is naturally pretty fast, but I don't know. We'll see here. Dusclops goes for Nightshade. Body press here from Regice would be really bad. I don't think it would KO, but it would do a lot of damage. It does do a lot of damage. That's a little annoying. And they are slower. How are they slower? Are they like on a... Do they have a speed decreasing nature on their Feeny here? Hold on. Look, if we're running... So they have to be... They're max HP Tapu Fini, which is really not good for me. I go into Boom here, but this is looking increasingly worse for me. I do need to knock off this Regice's item, because this is getting very bad for me. This Tapu Fini is definitely switching out. So I think I'm going to Nightshade whatever comes in. There's no way this Fini can stay in here. Unless it just maxes, which, like, that would make sense, but... I'm just in shock that this Fini has no... no speed investment. Or they just want 2 speed ties. Which I don't... I mean, it just makes sense for them not to have any speed investment, I think, here. Iron defense, that's fine. I knock off their leftovers. And I get some good chip next turn. That does a lot of damage. Okay, I was going to say, that did a ton of damage. That crit actually matters, because now they only get Grassy Terrain Recovery. And Nightshade might be a 2-hit KO from this range. It's going to do a decent chunk. I want to U-turn here and do Snarl, and I want to Nightshade again into Registeel. Losing Rotom, yeah. Losing Rotom's really bad for me here. Let's just Reflect from Grimmsnarl, so that's fine. I didn't really lose anything this turn. I get actually good positioning with Registeel in. I really, really don't want to take a Body Press, though, which is kind of the problem. Yeah, this is an issue because, like, Rotom was my main source of damage into Registeel, and I just kind of threw it away because I thought it was slower than Fini. It's a little annoying. I want to Protect here for sure, and Nightshade into Steel. Yeah. Yeah, and I threw away my Dynamax, which is just a really, really bad move. I don't really see how, like, whatever my opponent has in the back is definitely maxing here. I'm intrigued to see what it is. And the thing is, this Registeel doesn't beat my Dusclops in an endgame. The problem is going to be getting rid of this thing before it KOs all my Pokemon with Body Press. I don't know if I have that in my arsenal right now. Like... It might be Dusclops and Regice in a 3v2 with the opponent's Dynamax still available, and I don't know if I win that. I have to switch into Rillaboom here. I have to... I think I'm going to Brick Break the Grimmsnarl. Because the Registeel's protecting, right? Every day of the week here to get Grassy Terrain Recovery. I think, anyway. So we're going to... We'll see what they go for. They might just Body Press again, which that's a fine play as well, honestly. They do just Body Press again. Does this KO Rillaboom? That does. It's gonna do a lot. It doesn't actually, which is good. They Spirit Break though, and that should KO. Yeah. All right. So Rillaboom goes bye. We get a Brick Break off into the Grimmsnarl slot. Now the question is, how much does Thunderbolt do to Registeel outside of Light Screen? Yeah, that probably should... That maybe should have just been Nightshade into the Steel. I'm going to Protect again. And Trick Room. It might just taunt me here, in which case I'd be in really, really rough shape. I am Quiet Nature, so I have a minus speed nature. It depends on what their Registeel set is. If they have, like, 31 speed IVs. They also protect? Okay. Spirit Break? Okay. So I get my Trick Room up, which is not terrible at all. If I had my max here, I could just max Regice, and I'd be in actually a really good spot here because I could max Steel Spike the Grimmsnarl. However, I don't have max, and I don't have terrain control. So, what we're going to do is we're going to Zap Cannon the Registeel, because I forgot I don't have Thunderbolt, and we're going to Nightshade the Registeel. Oh! Zap Cannon is not the best move here, but I don't have Thunderbolt, so that's what we're going with. Spirit Break. Wow, that's a really slow Grimmsnarl. Holy cow. And I missed the Zap Cannon. Okay. I don't think it was KOing anyway. I'm going to look it up. But there's no chance that Dusclops... Well... Is there a chance that Dusclops wins in this endgame? Let me think. Because if I KO'd Registeel there, this game is 100% a winnable game. But I don't think it is from here. Because I think... Yeah, whatever it is in the back is going to come clean me up. So I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit this one. I'm interested to see how much Zap Cannon does. I'm actually going to go look that up. Yeah, I'm going to go look that up right now, and I will be right back with the information for you guys. Okay, so here's the thing. So my Regice actually would have done about 25%. 21 to 25 is actually the exact calc for Zap Cannon into Registeel there. So I think I had to take that 50-50. And actually, I think Zap Cannon might be the better play in that situation. Better than Thunderbolt. Like, it might have been better to have it because I don't think Thunderbolt would have KO'd if it had hit. But yeah, tough game. Like I said, I thought that their Feeny would be faster because it outsped my Rillaboom's terrain. But that did not end up being the case. I think we must have been speed tying on that first turn, which that threw me off a lot. I misread into that a little bit. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, and the Regice team, I'll probably do one more video with this in the next couple days because I really, really like playing with this team. If you guys enjoy it, then leave a like on the video, and I will see you all in the next one.